عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. halkani waa Dalmar TV. dhageystayaal Dalmar TV waxaad ka daawan kartaan si toos ah channelka 3210 32.10 local channels ee TV-ga guriga ku yaala. waxaa kaloo Dalmar TV ka daawan kartaan YouTube-ka oo live hadda aad toos u daawan kartaan, TikTok waa ka daawan kartaan, Facebook-na waa ka daawan kartaan. maanta waxaa sharaf inoo ah in uu nala joogo mudane Russel Flickinger oo ah lawyer in badan Soomaalida la soo shaqeeyay oo wali wax cusub oo fara badan hadana ku soo kordhiyay ummadda. maanta isaga marti noogu ah television-keena Dalmar halkan maanta waxaan wareysan doonaa weydiin doonaa waxa uu soo kordhiyay iyo shaqada uu qabto iyo sida uu qabto iyo waqtiga ka soo wareegtay inta uu Soomaalida shaqeynay. Russel Flickinger, welcome to Dalmar TV.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
Thank you. Russ, first of all, tell us, who is Russel Flickinger?
Well, I'm an attorney. Been doing this for about 41 years. We do mostly personal injury work, a lot of automobile, truck, and motorcycle accidents. I grew up in a very small town in the middle of Pennsylvania, worked my way through college, and came out to Columbus to go to law school. Went in the military for a short period of time, and after that, I decided to come back to Columbus and open up my own practice. And we've been fortunate for about the last 20 to 25 years to be able to represent a large number of originally Somali immigrants, and now individuals who actually were born here but are just of Somali descent.
dhegeystayaal Russel Flickinger waa nin lawyer ah oo ilaa iyo 41 sano kusoo jiray shaqada lawyernimada. Russ waqti badan ayuu kusoo qaatay in uu la soo shaqeeyo Soomaalida siduu inoo sheegay. waqtiga badan waxyaalaha kala kulmay maanta oo weydiin doonaa iyo shaqada uu qabto sida ay u fududahay. Russ, again, welcome to Dalmar TV.
Thank you.
Tell us how long have you been with the Somali community, and what can you say? What motivated you to work for them and join them? And I see you in every event. I see you in several other Somali community events. What motivated you to align with this community?
Well, I think it was about 20 to 25 years ago, a Somali gentleman came into my office. He'd been in an accident. At the time, I'd never heard of Somalia, had no idea where it was. Must have done a good job for him because he referred a couple people who referred a couple people who referred a couple people, and pretty soon we were representing a large number of Somali immigrants at that time. I decided that because we were making money off of the community, it was our duty to try to put some of that money back into the community, and that's when we opened a non-profit. We began doing work with Somali Can and scholarship money, and then we began doing the soccer tournaments, and it kind of just began to snowball to where we're involved in pretty much every event that's done here when it has something to do with the Somali population.
Thank you, Russ. mudane Russ wuxuu inoo sheegay dhageystayaal wuxuu inoo sheegay in uu Soomaalidu waqtigu la shaqeynayay uu macnaha arkay in ay yihiin ummad wanaagsan oo lala shaqeyn kara awalan. waxaan weydiinay maxaa kugu qasbay in aad Soomaalida kale la shaqeyso. wuxuu yiri waxaan arkay dad markuu qofka ku imaado yar had wuxuu ka sheekay qof accident galay, qof kale uu sheegaya yani ummad isku xiran oo si kasta mar kastaba iyaga isku xiran oo markaad mid wax u sameeyso mid kale hadaad xumaan ku sameeysan xumaanta gudbinaya, hadaad wanaag ku sameeysan wanaag gudbinaya. Mr. Russ, we have different other lawyers in the city. We have accident lawyers like you do. We have all the kind of lawyers that do same thing you are doing, and some of our communities also go to them, but we don't see them in our system, like in our events, in our supporting, as you mentioned, the football club, the sports. I've seen you from 2008, 2009, which is a long time, up to today. It's really amazing sometimes when you look at Russel Flickinger is supporting this event. Russel Flickinger is doing this for the community. Why are you different from others? Why I'm asking this question is, we know we have a lot of lawyers in town that do the same thing you are doing, but we have seen a significant movement or significant support from the community. Is it that you're making a lot of money from this community? Is it that what is making you different from other lawyers? When you go to them, you take your money and they give you the service, but they are not visibly seen in the community. Why are you different from them?
I think my parents raised me with a strong sense of duty and loyalty. The Somali people trust me, they come to me, and I think it's only right for me to be loyal to them and to try to give back as best I can to the community. I also enjoy it. I enjoy learning about different cultures, different religions. My son, who's an attorney with me now, also enjoys it, and we look forward to every event that we are part of. But I think it's all part of our civic duty that while we're making money off of this population, it's only right that we give money back and try to help as best we can. And I think we get more out of it than the Somali population does because we really enjoy it.
Thank you. Thank you so much, actually. Daawadayaal halkani aad naga daawanaysaan waa Dalmar TV Columbus Ohio. Mudane Ras ayaa maanta marti noogu ah stationkeena. Mudane Ras waxaan su'aal weydiinay. Anagu waxaan haysanaa lawyer kala duwan oo waqti mataqaanaa lawyer oo aad intaad ugu tagtid xafiiskiisa lacagtaada siisid dibnaad u arkayn. Waxaan weydiinay su'aasha ah maadaama lawyerinta waddanka joogo ay caadi u tahay inaad lacagta intaad siisid shaqada uu ku qabto aanad wax kale ku dhacarkin isagana aan ku aragno community-ga maxaa kaaga duway lawyerada kale aan weydiinay wuxuu yidhi aabahay ayaa wuxuu isoo baray ama waalidkayga ayaa wuxuu isoo baray in aan noqdo qof yacni wixii loo galo abaalkiisa guda inaan noqdo waxaan jeclahay buu yidhi maadaama community-gan anigoo aan waxba ahayn ay ila soo qabsadeen in aan waxaan u sameynaya haddana aan dib ugu gudo. Russ, I just want to ask you, tell us more about your law firm. What do you do actually? Specify to our communities, what do you do and what new services did you recently added? Tell us more about that.
Well, our firm's small. It's a father-son firm. We specialize in helping people who have been injured, primarily in either automobile, trucking, or motorcycle accidents. We've had some new exciting developments over the last year, one of which is a new client-based system that we are utilizing. It's called Smokeball. And we're very excited about this system because it allows your file to actually communicate with you so that we send out a text, they go to an app, and they're able to actually upload pictures, medical bills, documents, anything they need to, what goes directly into their file. And we also have some new staff who are extremely excited about working with the Somali population. My paralegal, Meg, who's in charge of the new Smokeball system, is very dedicated to making sure that every one of our clients understands what's going on with their case, and that if they have any questions, we can answer those immediately.
Great. And tell me, have you ever seen situations where somebody will come up and he don't even speak a word of English? Who helps you on that?
We see that all the time. Luckily, we have a very strong base of interpreters. There's one gentleman, Abdi Ahmed, who's been my friend and been my interpreter for about 25 years. He is always available if we need someone. And so the staff is able to contact him. He's in our office quite frequently, and it makes things a lot smoother because we do have situations where people will come to our door, don't speak any English, and we need help immediately. And we have a pretty strong staff of interpreters, especially Abdi, to help us.
Thank you so much, Ras. daawadayaal mar kale iyo halkan on studio Dalmar TV waxa aan weydiinay su'aal ah maxaad macnaha muxuu yahay fahamka loo fahamka uu Russel Flickinger ama Flickinger loo fahmo loo yaqaano muxuu qabtaa ama sidoo u shaqeeyaa mudane Russ wuxuu inoo sheegay in loo fahamkan uu yahay loo faham aabe iyo wiilkiisa ka shaqeeya dadka u shaqeeyana dad mataqaanaa kooban ay yihiin community-gan in badan la soo shaqeeya su'aal waxaan weydiinay ah in sidee dadka Soomaaliyeed oo aan luqadda aqoonin oo marka aan garanaynin Ingiriiska sideed u caawin kartaa wuxuu inoo sheegay inuu haysto dad turjubaana ah sida walaalkeen Abdi Ahmed oo kamid ah dadka mataqaanaa isaga u shaqeeya oo aanu naqaano nin mataqaanaa xil dheer kule mataqaanaa gobolkan ohio wax badana kasoo shaqeeya soomaalidana mataqaanaa aad ay ugu kalsoon tahay ayaa u shaqeeya. marka mudan ras waxaan weydiin doonaa sidee ugu fudud oo aad mataqaanaa dadka ay kusoo raadin karaan ay ku heli karaan sida kugu fudud maxay tahay su-aasha ayaan weydiin doonaa isagaa nooga jawaabi. Ras, I just want to ask you, how oftenly can someone reach out to your law firm? Overnight, people goes into accident. You're an accident lawyer. When someone, when someone is stressed out, whenever he has an accident or she, he will just pick up his phone and say, let me call my lawyer. What is the easiest way those individuals can reach out in the middle of the night or over the day? What's the method that they can use to reach out to you?
Well, there's a couple different things they can do. One is they can go to our website, and once they're on our website, there'll be a little box that'll come down, and it's a chat box. And they can click on that, and they can start talking to someone who will immediately contact one of us. We may not be able to talk to them right there at that very second, but we'll get that, and within 5 minutes we can return the call. Also, if it's off hours and they have our phone number, they can call and leave a message. Those messages go directly to our emails, and we're notified that we have an email message. So we're able to handle it pretty much 24 hours a day.
Thank you so much. ma su-aashaan weydiinay mudan ras wuxuuna yidhi haddii aad accident gasho maalan adigoo habeenimo jooga ama waqti adag jooga in aad xiriirkaas samayn karto waxay tahay inaad online gasha oo aad halkaas markaad onlineka barnaamij ku qorto in markiiba maase isaga u dhacayo ay dibna kula soo xiriirayaan ama numberka halkaa ku qoran aad garaacdid numberka markaad garaacdidna hadduu xitaa voicemail kaa galo waqti dambe habeen ay tahay isla markiiba isaga u dhacaya. So is there a direct number right now you can tell us that automatically goes either to your voicemail or goes to your son voicemail or goes to the office in the first thing in the morning? Is there a direct number you can share with our viewers right now?
Area code 614-944-5055. If you contact that number, if you don't get a live person, you'll get my voicemail. Leave a message. Like I said, it goes directly into my email. I'm notified, and then we can return the call.
Thank you so much. Numberka hadda uu inoo sheegay ayaad kala soo xiriiri kartaa mudane Ras. Mr. Ras, I will also ask you another question. You mentioned that you support community initiative. Is there a specific, except the sports that you mentioned, is there a specific other community organizations that you usually support?
Pretty much everyone that's affiliated with the Somali population. The Chamber of Commerce, obviously, the Somali Can, the International Women's Day, we sponsor that as well. There's also certain different events like Somali Independence Day. At Ramadan, we also support all of the mosques. So it's kind of a wide area that we try to help out.
Thank you so much, Ras. waxaan weydiinay mudane Ras maxaad sideed u caawisaa sidee aad support u samaysaa wuxuu inoo sheegay in maadaama waxa isaga uu kaga duwan yahay looyarada kale inay tahay in markii ay Soomaalidu soo gacan qabatay inuu isaga gacan qabto. Su-aal waxaan weydiinaa waa maxay waxa aad qabato? Wuxuu sheegay oo xaqiiqo ah anigu aan ka mid ahay ama aan madax u ahay Somali American Chamber of Commerce uu si toos u caawiya. waxaa kale inoo sheegay mudane Ras in masaajidada uu caawiyo waqtiyada ramadaanka oo uu mataqaanaa dhaqaale siiyo toosan. Our last question, Mr. Ras, you have been working with the Somali community for a long time. What message do you have for them today?
Well, I think I have more of an observation. And my observation, and I said this several years ago, I was sitting in probate court. We were trying to get money to individual children. This individual was a truck driver who passed away. And we were trying to get the money to a refugee camp over in Kenya. And one of the gentlemen that was sitting there interpreting for us began explaining to me that he could tell me how many children of Somali descent were at Ohio State, how many were in graduate school, how many were at University of Dayton. And I said, how do you know that? And he said, well, the Somali people really put a lot of emphasis on education. And one thing I've learned from being with most of my Somali clients and friends, they are striving to make a better future, not just for themselves, but for their children. And they really understand that education is the pathway. And I'm just extremely impressed of how close and how much effort this community puts into not just making themselves better, but really that strong family bond. And it's just very impressive to be around.
Thank you so much. Mudane Ras waxaan weydiinay maxaad u haysaa fariintaad u dirayso dadka Soomaalidu in badan soo shaqeysay maxay tahay wuxuu ka sheekeeyay dadka Soomaalida ammaan isagu uu ka amaanay in ay yihiin dad mustaqbalkooda ka dadaala markasta oo ilmaha inay iskuul aadaan oo qofku uu noloshiisa isaga habaysto uu noloshiisa u fikiro uu noloshiisa ka fikiro marka waxaan su'aal kale weydiin doonaa waxyaalaha cusub uu ku soo kordhay jirta marka taasna isaga dib u weydiin doonaa I will also ask you this question, Mr. Ross. Recently, you are also doing other services for the trucking. What are those services? We have significant members within our society that are in the trucking industry. And we would like to know what services do you give out in terms of trucking, either trucking accident or any other services?
Well, primarily we represent people who've been injured in trucking accidents. But we also try to advise truck drivers with regard to insurance, with regard to legal entities that they may want to form. In other words, an owner-operator may want to form his own LLC. By forming his own LLC, he may be able to also cover himself with workers' compensation, so that if he is in an accident that's his fault, or an accident where no one has insurance, he has a fallback to Bureau of Workers' Compensation. We have a lot of clients, unfortunately, that get in accidents that are their fault, or where there's no insurance and they don't have that fallback. So we try to advise the truck drivers, even before they get in an accident, how best to protect themselves.
So will you be able to offer services? This is through Dalmar TV, where we can have kind of training online, where we'll have kind of these interviews. We're gonna, reach our members in the Somali Chamber and tell them that on this day, every month, Russel Flickinger is giving out his time to train you on what to do in situations where you are involved in an accident and you don't have workers' compensation, or you are involved in an accident on the other party is not. Kind of a training. Are you able to do that?
Sure, we'd certainly be very happy to do that.
Thank you so much. daawadayaal mar kale iyo Dalmar TV maanta saan idin sheegnay waxaa noola joogay marti noogu ahaa studio-keena Mudane Russel Flickinger ama se loo yaqaano Flickinger Law Group. Waxaan weydiinay maxay tahay waxa uu maadaama aan haysano dad badan oo Soomaaliya oo ku jiro xagga trucking-ka maxay tahay waxa cusub oo maanta aad u qabanaysa ama aad u qaban doonto dadka taraagada. Mudane Russel wuxuu inoo sheegay in ay ka caawiyaan awalan Soomaalida iyagoo xitaa aan lacag weydiisanin in ay uga sheegaan ama ay baraan sida uu markii accident uu dhaco waxa uu sameyn lahaa. Dad badan oo waxaa jira taraagada leh oo isagoo taraagi leh aan workers' compensation haysanin oo insurance-ka aan aad u garanaynin. Marka saa darteed wuxuu yidhi dad fara badan oo mataqaanaa Soomaaliya oo trucking ku jiro ayaan caawinaa. Hadday noo imaadana xafiiska waad ka caawin kartaa. Numberka shaashadda aan ku qori doono ayaan insha Allah kala xiriirsaa Mudane Russel. Mudane Russel waxaa kaloon weydiin doonaa insha Allah waxaan weydiin doonaa sida ugu muhiimsan ama waxyaalaha uu kala kulmay oo mataqaanaa trucking-ka ama in uu jiro dad noocaas oo kale hadda ka caawiyo. Last but not least, Mr. Russel, can you tell us any specific individuals or specific incidents where a truck owner from the Somali community that you helped either did not have insurance or did not have workers' compensation that came into your office?
Oh, we've had quite a few that have come in that have had accidents, and one of the biggest issues, and we try to explain this one to them, is the co-driver situation. Where you are a co-driver and the driver of the truck that you are a passenger in is at fault in the accident. Quite often, the insurance on that truck will not cover you because there's an exclusion for what they refer to as co-employees. Even though they're both independent contractors and technically not employees, they aren't covered by workers' comp. The insurance companies also won't cover them. So if you have a situation where you have a trucking owner that does not have any assets to be able to obtain, you may not be able to recover at all. And we have that situation happen quite frequently.
So that means if usually when they go as a team, so when this guy is teaming with the other driver, or either the owner or the other driver, and the owner is